In the wake of former member of April Lee Naeun making a comeback, she has been making headlines again, but not in the good way. All the past has been brought up again, and her appearance in a famous YouTuber's video is destroying even his career. So let's go through Na-eun's and April's controversy and what is happening now. Lee Naeun was born on May 5, 1999 in Cheongju, South Korea. Lee was first introduced as a member of April by DSP Media on July 21, 2015. The group debuted on August 24 with the EP Dreaming and the title track Dream Candy. April never achieved a massive success, but they still had a lot of support from fans. However, on January 28, 2022, DSP Media announced that April would officially disband. But even before the disbandment, Lee Naeun was caught up in school bullying accusations. On July 22, 2020, one netizen claimed that she was former elementary school classmates with Na-eun and accused Na-eun of bullying her during their tutoring school days. Claimed that she had crying fits at home because she didn't want to go to tutoring school, to the point that her mother even knew about Na-eun. Then DSP Media released a statement denying the accusation. After being alerted about this community post, we thoroughly checked the facts with not only our artist, but also her nearby acquaintances, and came to the conclusion that the allegations are not true. We have been collecting all evidence regarding this situation ever since the netizen first made the community post, and we have decided to proceed with legal action by hiring the aid of a law office today. Of course, international fans were not canceling Na-eun, but even if it was true, it was in elementary school and that person took so long into her career to come out with the accusation. Then Na-eun's ex-classmates came out to protect her name. Lee Naeun was a cheerful friend during our school days. The school violence rumors are totally groundless. It's ridiculous to say that Lee Naeun was a school bully. I remember her getting along with everyone. I remember that teachers liked her because she had a pretty face and a kind heart. The same netizen who accused Na-eun then updated their post because DSP Media threatened to sue them. I'm so shocked after seeing this. Does that mean I'm just going to get sued? Would I be that crazy to make up lies while taking the risk of being sued? I'll take down my writing within today. I don't think I can bear this anymore with my mental state. I didn't read the comments on purpose, but saw someone say I'm a handicap and I can't bear it. This was an obvious outcome how they would handle the situation. I was just trying to express my sorrows and feelings of unjustness, but I don't think it's right for me to take legal responsibility. I won't be able to bear it more because I'll feel more unjust. I feel it's absurd they're saying it's groundless. I really told the truth, but I just don't have the evidence. Sorry, I'll just live on keeping my mouth shut. Then they backtracked it. I'm not going to delete the post. You all were just scaring me saying I'm going to get sued. So I just said I would. That didn't last long, and the accuser then retracted their claims. Everything about April Naeun's elementary school bullying is a lie, and it has nothing to do with her. I sincerely apologize to fans as well as April's Na-eun for causing such damage by writing these rumors. Then this person says it right. I wonder how many other scandals about bullying are more or less fake. Netizens quickly rush to blame a celebrity just because someone said. Some people are very talented to write a credible story and make netizens believe that it's a true story. Few words could destroy a career and a life. That's why I can't take a side based on words with no credible proofs. Na-eun then was able to move on with her life and work in the entertainment world. But then more problems arised. On February 28, 2021, new accusation of Na-eun bullying someone came out. This time former April's Hyun-joo's brother went online and claimed that she was basically forced to leave the group. He wrote, "Hello, I am former April's Hyun-joo's little brother. I wanted to say this for years, but I kept it to myself for her future. But I think it's time for me to say it. My older sister supposedly left the group to pursue acting, but that's not the truth. She was ostracized and bullied in the group, and she ended up getting anxiety and had breathing issues because she suffered so much. She even tried to commit suicide. When we think about that, my parents and I still hurt. My sister left the group, and her label sent her a letter that claimed she was leaving to pursue acting and told her to write it exactly. So my sister did that. We really know back then, but we thought that was the right thing to do for our sister. But after my sister wrote that, she got so many hate comments saying she betrayed the group for her own benefit. She never got apologies from the members. When my mom went to the label, the members just laughed at her. My sister is still working hard. I kept it in because I didn't want to hurt her image, but I can't watch the members just pretend to have done nothing wrong. It's so hard for me, and I can't imagine how my sister is feeling. I don't want the members to be on TV anymore. I don't want to remember them when I see them on TV, and I don't want to see my sister suffering anymore. He proved himself to be her younger brother by posting the family relations document showing her name and her known birthday. He also posted selfies she took with him. Then there was various accusations where netizens pointed out that the April members even outright looked down on Hyun-joo even on camera. A particularly upsetting comment that Na-eun made pre-debut also came to attention. The back and forth with Na-eun and her male friend goes. Friend, not you, but other girls. Na-eun, do you want to get raped by Go Young-wook, too? Friend, sorry. Honorific for women, Na-eun, goddess. Friend, sure, being threatened. The exchange shocked netizens. Go Young-wook is a celebrity who was found guilty of raping minors, and many believed that making such jokes was completely inappropriate. But then DSP Media came out and said it all was photoshopped. Hello, this is DSP Media. As of March 2nd, we have begun a criminal lawsuit against cases involving malicious photoshopping and the spread of baseless, false rumors online affecting our artists. Our artists are currently deeply troubled by the rampant false rumors being spread out of hand. From here on, we plan on responding to any cases which defame our artists and spread false, malicious content online with strict legal action. There will be no settlements or forgiveness whatsoever. DSP Media promises to do our best to protect our artists' rights. Then Hyun-joo's friend came out accusing all the members of bullying her. She also included Saman from K.A.R.D as she was for very short time in April. Hello, this is a friend of former April member and a current actress Lee Hyun-joo's friend. Hyun-joo and I are friends from high school, and we still keep in touch from time to time. I'm writing to clarify that all members bullied Hyun-joo except Chae-kyung and Rachel, who joined the group after Hyun-joo's departure. I'll write few things I've heard. 1. Former April member Saman hated Hyun-joo and started bullying her. 2. Chae-won then relayed things Hyun-joo didn't say to Saman in hopes to make friends with Saman. 3. Hyun-joo finds her tumbler, which was a gift from her grandmother, in the company's fridge. Turns out Na-eun put Jang in her tumbler and left it in the fridge for months. 4. Na-eun took Hyun-joo's sneakers and claimed it was hers. She didn't apologize after Hyun-joo proved it was actually hers by showing her name on the shoe. 5. Members said this bee is trying to make her face look smaller again behind her back right before recording. 6. Yena and Jin-sol continuously picked on her, tripping her up and stepping on her feet. 7. Chae-won was in a relationship with the group's manager. So the manager turned a blind eye to what was happening. 8. After Hyun-joo attempted the company said the members were reflecting on themselves, so Hyun-joo and her mom visited the company. Members met them but ignored them and laughed with each other. If she really wanted to become an actress and didn't want to continue being an idol, she wouldn't have joined Uni.T. She then posted pictures she took with Hyun-joo as proof. As Hyun-joo's brother and her friend accused all April members of bullying her, one of the members, Yena's sister, came out and denied it all. There was no bullying or harassment in the group, adding, at the time, the members were just young children who couldn't accept all of their friends' complaints. The friend's emotional remarks and actions about the hard work in the life of an idol were another burden to her colleagues. According to the netizen who claimed to be Yena's sister, Hyun-joo did not show up to 2 broadcasts on April's schedule, and the remaining members had to practice until dawn to make up for her absence. The netizen further stressed that Hyun-joo not only caused harm to the April members because of her behavior, but to others outside of the group as well. Then a lawyer of the YouTube channel Kim Lawyer claimed an acquaintance of former April member Hyun-joo sought legal advice for her bullying issues. In a video posted, the lawyer alleged, about a year ago, an acquaintance of Lee Hyun-joo asked about the current situation. He once asked for legal advice, saying, "My acquaintance is having a hard time with bullying in a group, and I want to take legal action." The acquaintance was also a public figure. Therefore, I have to say that I believe the bullying rumors around Hyun-joo are true. But everyone in DSP Media seems were denying all the accusations, as one of the employee came out and said this. "I'm writing the truth because the world has believed your ridiculous lies, and it seems you're deluded into thinking the world belongs to you." The post continued to claim Hyun-joo underwent cosmetic surgery before her debut, and she acted as if she didn't want to join April but instead spend time with her boyfriend. Hyun-joo was also accused of hanging out with her boyfriend when she claimed she would be taking her own life, adding that Hyun-joo was not bullied but simply did not want to be a member of April. If the leader Salman asked you to practice, you would throw a water bottle, but the company tried to move forward with you, who was like a ticking time bomb. They ended up making Salman leave the group. The post also claimed Hyun-joo rejected acting jobs for web dramas. But there were people not believing it was a real employee of DSP Media. Why I think this is not a credible source but just a hater, cause I don't think the plastic surgery part was needed to be brought up, literally has no link to the whole situation. Not saying I believe in the bullying part or anything, could have been just a misunderstanding, but for this anonymous ex-employee's statement, I believe it's false, and driven more by hate. Finally on June 11th, Na-eun spoke out. "Hello, this is Lee Naeun. I'm sorry it took so long for me to finally write something. The biggest reason I haven't shared my position during this time is that I trusted in April, and I was waiting for the company's response. I didn't think it was appropriate for an individual to respond for the whole team, and I still think this way. However, I think it's in my place to say something for my fans, who may be believing something that is different than the truth, and to prevent further speculation. I'll briefly leave my thoughts. I didn't want to mention everything that has happened, but I didn't do any of that, nothing. I really wanted to say this one thing. I thought I should be careful talking about things that happened from the past until now. Talking about the past and sharing the feelings and emotions I experienced as a girl group member is difficult. In May of 2015, I joined as a trainee when I was 17. I was only trained for 3 months before standing on stage in August. It was solely my responsibility to adapt to the unfamiliar situations that arose. Since I debuted at a young age, I was inexperienced in many things and clumsy. After 7 years of activities, I tried to show everyone a Lee Naeun who is honest at every moment. Sometimes, I was embarrassed to express my honest feelings, but I was able to approach my fans because I received a lot of love. Through this incident, I have learned the weight that comes with being a public figure. It's all about perseverance and working hard at every moment to make your dreams come true. As a result of this incident, I asked myself over and over again whether I was lacking a lot. My answer made me think I should be a more confident person. From now on, I will love myself more and be closer to you all as a public figure. I want to thank you all so much for trusting me and waiting for me up until now. Then other members came out denying the accusations. And yeah, this as well didn't sit well with people. Fans were pointing out discrepancies in Chuan's statement, she said. On Tuesday, August 25th, 2015, we made our first debut stage on the show, and on Friday, we went to the hair and makeup shop like usual for Music Bank, but we realized Hyun-joo suddenly disappeared. We had no idea why Hyun-joo disappeared, and we had no choice but to stay in our position as we worried she would disrupt this important schedule. However, fans pointed out April was scheduled for Music Bank on August 25th, and Hyun-joo could be seen in videos taken by reporters outside the Music Bank. Like the rest of the members, Hyun-joo was in full hair and makeup, which does not coincide with Chaewon's claims that she had disappeared at the hair and makeup shop. Chaewon then changed her statement, adding, "There is something to correct, so I will be speaking." The day Hyun-joo did not turn up for the dry-in camera rehearsals was September 11th, 2015, at Music Bank. As it's something that happened a long time ago, I mistook it for a date about a week earlier as we had performed in those outfits. As I recall it accurately now, I'm correcting it. I apologize for confusing you all. I will be attaching a reporter's photo. Fans then found a tweet on April's official Twitter that revealed Hyun-joo was present 2 hours before the show started. Chaewon also stated, "Because of this, we were remembered as the first girl group who debuted less than a week ago to skip on rehearsals and became known as the Rude Girl Group in just 1 week." At this point, people started to believe Hyun-joo. The managers/lawyers should tell these girls to STFU, every post is proof they're bullies, they're digging their own graves. As well, remember that DSP media employee denying all the accusations? Well, basically people started to accuse Na-eun for writing that. Na-eun then was erased and replaced from everywhere. Then Na-eun's sister came out thinking she will be able to help her sister by revealing Na-eun's note. While in notes Na-eun speaks about her feelings and how cruel this world is, people notice something. "I hate this person doing, no only none, together it feels dirty even just by being with this person. I really hope this person vanishes from my view." These notes made netizens rethink the motives of Na-eun and the validity of her sister's gesture. On the forum, the uploader wrote, "I think she was trying to cover up for her sister and so she publicized this, but wow, of course we do not know who Na-eun was referring to in those sentences, but I don't think any of this would help her, it would be the contrary." Netizens reacted to these discoveries. I would just stay put if I were them. I'm not an expert, but honestly these diary entries just look like she's been complaining a lot. Wow, I can't believe that everything their side has revealed has done more harm than good. I just hope that these were disclosed in agreement with Na-eun family as not being of help. I root for Hyun-joo. I don't think Na-eun will ever be able to recover. Also, then her sister got accused of school bullying. I know it's crazy. After she tried to help her sister, someone allegedly from her school left this comment. I am going to state exactly what happened, without embellishment or judgment. First of all, I am one of your school bullying victims and people talked about you a lot after your sister's school bullying controversy surfaced. I didn't know back then, but turns out you were quite something in Taejeon's G Private Art Institute too. I'm compiling others and my own testimonials, so do not even try to guess who I am. You always only cared for your looks at the back of the classroom, forming a clique of your own. You once went to detention after getting caught cursing for violating the school dress code, right? Do you remember how you treated your classmates? I don't understand how you could be so confidently speaking in support of school violence. I guess you would never know how XX felt after finding her gym clothes laying around on the floor, which XX lent you. You wouldn't even remember kicking XX's desk with your friend's song demanding her to apologize to you, right? Alas, but there are many witnesses and all victims remember what you have done. Do you feel wronged? You were young and didn't know any better? We were young too. To you, it must have been something in the past, but to us, it still haunts us to this day, impacting our personality and perspective on life. Na-eun's sister then set her profile to private and sued that person. On June 21, 2021, all the girls except Hyun-joo did an interview to talk about bullying accusations. One of the first things they said, "We're still stuck at February 28th and our time has stopped. This gonna be long, so if you don't want to listen through it, but basically in short, of course they are denying everything. Why did you all stay silent for so long? Because the agency told us to stay still. We didn't do anything wrong, so we thought that the truth will be revealed if we stayed still. But we realized for the past 4 months that the occupation of being an idol is a job that's difficult to receive understanding. There are some things we were not able to share because we wanted to protect April and Hyun-joo. What is the reason you decided to partake in the interview? Because we felt that the misunderstanding was growing bigger with just the official statement from the agency and the explanation we personally wrote individually. We also got so mad when Hyun-joo wrote, "I will forgive everything if you admit your wrongdoings and put forth the effort to set things right." We didn't do anything wrong to Hyun-joo. The group April grew big for 7 years with the clean image. There were things we didn't want to reveal, but there were so many people just posting anything as evidence. Now we want to show everything. Let's take a look at the things that became controversial. The things that Hyun-joo mentioned about being a bullying victim is the shoe and tumbler incident. At the time, there were 200 to 300 pairs of shoes at our dorms. The shoe that is of the issue is the shoes that each member received 2 of that the agency gave to us to wear for practice. They were just ordinary shoes that any rookie girl group would receive. They weren't expensive and there was no reason for me to steal them. It's not like we wrote our names on the shoes and we didn't know whose shoes belonged to who. So it doesn't make sense that I would steal it just to bully her. Also, all 4 members have the same shoe size, so there were times we would get mixed up. Then we would just think, oh, I wore the wrong shoes, and no one thought someone stole my shoes with ill intent. There were claims that you took the precious tumbler that Hyun-joo's grandmother gave as a gift and put in stinky fermented soybean stew in it. The situation is similar to the shoes. There were almost 100 tumblers lying around the dorms and the kitchen cabinets were filled with them. There was a time when our mothers came to our dorms to clean and said there are more tumblers here than at Starbucks. People were saying it was the stinky fermented soybean stew or just the soybean stew, but it was just a fermented soybean stew. At the time, we were on a diet, so the agency didn't let us eat any store-bought food, so we ate salads or fruits. Then my mom cooked me the fermented soybean stew and froze them so that we can just reheat it to eat. Also, the tumbler I used was not the red one like Hyun-joo claimed, but it was a light pink one. Her name wasn't even written on it. Also, she wasn't even at the dorms when I used that tumbler. Hyun-joo was always sick and she barely lived at the dorms except during the trainee period and at the beginning of our promotions, just as she requested. I've never seen her use that tumbler before, and she never said that tumbler was precious to her. She never even said that the tumbler was left by her grandmother when she died. She got so mad when she saw that tumbler and I apologized to her. We ate the fermented soybean soup and washed it cleanly after returning to the dorms. Hyun-joo claimed that she had been bullied by everyone and even attempted to take her own life. We were all scared of Hyun-joo. How can we pick on a person like that, nevertheless bully her and ostracize her? Doesn't make sense. There's a part that Hyun-joo's younger brother wrote. After Hyun-joo tried to take her own life, her members realized and came to apologize. That part is completely wrong. We never heard that Hyun-joo tried to take her own life. Because we weren't aware of it, it's not true that we went to apologize. What kind of person would ignore a member who tried to take their own life? We would have gone to her right away after hearing the news. But we didn't even have cell phones and didn't hear anything from the agency. After this incident occurred, we were able to find out about the details. We tried to comfort Hyun-joo, who had a hard time adjusting to the dorm life, and there's even a video we did a birthday party for her. We didn't record that for broadcast, but it was a real surprise birthday party. Hyun-joo was really happy back then. If the bullying rumors were true, those videos wouldn't exist. Have you talked with Hyun-joo? She would always say being an idol was difficult and she didn't want to be an idol. She kept saying she wanted to be an actress. Hyun-joo would always say she was sick often even when we were trainees. She would miss a lot of practice, making it difficult for us. She even missed 2 music show broadcasts without excuse twice. She missed the 9/11 rehearsal for KBS's Music Bank. At that time, we weren't even able to take photos of us coming into the station, and we had to enter through the back door. All the members cried while trying to practice with just 5 members last minute because Hyun-joo didn't show up even at the rehearsal. Those memories are still clear until this day. Hyun-joo said right before the live broadcast, "I should still perform live," and walked in. After, we weren't able to perform at that broadcast station while promoting that song. We knew we would be penalized for that. When we were promoting with Tinkerbell, she didn't show up at all during the MBC show, Champion. We didn't know the reason she didn't show up even at that time. Hyun-joo didn't show up even before the live broadcast, so the manager told us to go back to our dorms. We went back to the dorms while taking off our makeups while crying. The next day, the company told us we have to perform as a 4-member group, so we planned the choreography all night long. We just thought Hyun-joo must be sick again. Can you explain the rotten kimbap incident that Hyun-joo's younger brother mentioned? We returned after a schedule, and there was a kimbap at the back seat where the youngest member sat. It was May and the kimbap went bad, so it stank up the whole car. Hyun-joo began overly spraying perfume. Yena is sensitive to smell, so she quickly got a headache. We asked her to stop spraying the perfume, but she began yelling out loud like she always does. She kept screaming so much that the manager told her to be quiet. Hyun-joo began cursing at Chaewon, who asked her to keep it down, and she yelled at Yena, saying, "Why are you opening your eyes like that?" Then she didn't show up to show Champion. We didn't think she missed the show because of that incident. We just thought she was just sick again. We never saw her again after that. Why do you think this happened? It was because we were just kids who were pushed to our limits when we were in our puberty period. We didn't even have our cell phones and lived away from our families. Some of us were only 14, 15 years old, and we weren't able to get close to one another during the short trainee period. We can't get close to all the members, and we might not have wanted to get close. You can't be friends with everyone. But is that such a big sin? All the girl groups must be like this, but we tried to put in the effort to adjust with each other and lasted. I believe all the idol members, senior idols, and trainees would understand us. There were things we were upset and disappointed about while living in the dorms, but we just did what the agency told us to do. We didn't have room to take care of each other. We started living in different dorms after 5 years, and we missed each other and understood how precious we are to each other. But because of Hyun-joo, because of one person, April was ruined. We don't want her to blame the members for whatever hardship she went through. They also wished that investigation would prove everything. We know that the police decided not to send Lee Hyun-joo's younger brother and her acquaintance, who claimed that Hyun-joo was bullied, to prosecution and were cleared of the charges. That just means that there wasn't enough evidence to prove that the claims were false. So, we will ask for a reinvestigation for libel charges caused by timely false information, and we hope that the truth will be revealed through a deeper investigation. And then they got disbanded. Na-eun then joined Namu Actors Company, and on November 15, 2023 was confirmed that she was casted in a drama called Chaebol X Detective, and now few days ago she appeared on YouTuber KpopTube channel, which brought back the whole scandal again. In that video she did talked about her controversy. The whole topic came about when KpopTube said this: "When people around me talk about school bullying, I become sensitive because I was a victim myself. So when I heard rumors about you being involved in bullying, I blocked you after seeing the articles. But I later saw that it wasn't true, so I unblocked you, but you already knew about it. I've never talked to you about this directly, but I felt guilty because, as a victim, I may have hurt someone who was falsely accused." Lee Naeun responded, "We've met a few times since then, and I jokingly mentioned that you blocked me. But honestly, I thought it was something that wouldn't upset me after some time had passed." She added, "It was upsetting that so many people misunderstood me and blocked me, but I wasn't angry anymore. KpopTube admitted, "I found out about the clarification articles much later, but most people only saw the negative headlines. I'm 7 years older than you, so I feel even worse about it." The video has been deleted because of how much criticism he got. Netizens were furious as they claimed that he had no right to forgive Na-eun on behalf of the victim. "I'm so disappointed in you, KpopTube. It's not like you're the victim, so why are you forgiving her? Lee Hyun-joo is the victim of bullying. KpopTube is the secondary perpetrator. Hope to not see him on YouTube again." If KpopTube is forgiving Lee Naeun, saying that he's sorry for misunderstanding her, based on the fact that she was nice to him, the people who bullied KpopTube would also have been good people to those close to them. "I'm disappointed in him because the fact that bullies are nice to others is something that makes the victim feel worse. So if people say that KpopTube's bullies are not bad people, he loses the right to argue. Her school bullying accusations are false, but in the court verdict documents, April including Lee Naeun had indeed bullied Lee Hyun-joo, so her claims of group bullying could not be seen as slander." Then, on September 16, KARD shared on his YouTube channel, "There were aspects of the video that I hadn't considered carefully enough and things I overlooked." He continued, "I will reflect deeply so that my personal feelings do not become everyone's standpoint. Moving forward, I will pay more attention to the content I create," he added, expressing his apology. Even the ad that KpopTube did for 2024 school violence prevention campaign, In Search of Hidden Talents, was set to private, to which many netizens applauded the decision. As well, Na-eun was accused of flirting with KpopTube, which caused even more malicious comments. But another side of the people, following the controversial video, have flocked to Lee Hyun-joo's Instagram to leave negative comments, as many fans still feel that she brought down April's rising career with her bullying allegations. "Hyun-joo, fix your victim mentality. Don't apologize and go to jail. Ryu Hwa-young, Kwon Mina, Lee Hyun-joo. Live stream with Kwon Mina, let's go. Apologize to April. The whole situation is," she said, "we have no idea what actually have happened between the girls." However, all the charges that were brought upon Hyun-joo and her family were dropped. But what are your thoughts? Thank you for watching and see you next time, bye.